Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss the preamble of our Indian Constitution, guys. So, in the previous classes, we have seen the what are the historical background of the Constitution. That is, we have seen the making of the Constitution, the salient features of the Constitution, the source of our Constitution. Okay, guys. So, this background part we have done with that. Okay, now I am starting our discussion with the Constitution, guys. So, Constitution, we people aware of that it consists of the preamble, articles, schedules, and amendments, right? So the topic for today's discussion is preamble. Preamble. Okay. So the first and foremost part of our constitution, guys. Guys, the idea of the preamble that we got from the United States of America. So this idea we have obtained from the United States of America. The preamble of the USA motivated us. Okay, it motivated us to have such type of provision in our constitution, guys. Okay, guys. So for that we adapted this from the United States of America. So along with that, the objective resolution which was presented by the Jawaharlal Nehru on the third meeting of the Constituent Assembly, that is on the 13th December 1946, it also have provisions which are more or less same as the preamble, guys. Okay, that is 13 December 1946. Okay, in the objective resolution that was presented by the Jawaharlal Nehru, guys. Okay, so what does preamble? So preamble, as you said, so the Nani Palkiwala has clearly said that it is the identity card of the Constitution. Preamble is the identity card of the Constitution, guys. Okay, so we have identity card that XYZ belongs to so and so company, so and so college, institute, like that. The preamble is the identity card of the Constitution he described as. Okay, so guys, this is very, very important, guys. This will give the essence, guys, essence of the Constitution. Essence, what does a Constitution consist of? So entire things we have made, means entire things we have described in a few concepts. That is in the preamble. I can say it is summary, guys. Summary. So it is the summary of the Constitution, guys. Clear? So in such a manner, we have adopted the Constitution, guys. So sorry, we have adopted the preamble, and in this it consists of the everything. Okay, that is the essence. So finally in the preamble, what are the things that we get is the source, guys. Source of the power. First one is the source of power. Source of power. So we have the source of power in the preamble. Who is the source of the power? And second one, what is the nature of power in Constitution? Nature. Okay, and after nature we have objectives. So what are our objectives? And finally, it's date of adapt. Date of adapt. So these provisions we are having in the preamble, guys. The source of power, nature, objective, and the date of adapt. Clear? So finally on 26th November 1949, we do hereby adapt and enact the Constitution of India, guys. And it came into force on 26th January 1950, guys. Clear? So guys, I request you everyone to by heart, or you can say to remember the Constitution, guys. Means by heart means simple understanding, and by heart, guys. We the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, okay, democratic and republic. Okay, justice. So justice, socio-economic and political. Liberty. So liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality. So equality of justice and opportunity and promote among them all. Okay, guys. And fraternity. So fraternity is the fraternity of the individual and the unity of the nation. Okay, and finally in our Constituent Assembly, we do hereby adapt this 26th November 1949 as the enact day of our Constitution of India, guys. So guys, please try to remember this. And why? Because the UPSC may ask you directly, write the preamble of the India. No doubt, guys, UPSC may do anything wonder. Okay, so please try to get the things. Okay, guys, now we are going to see what are the solid words, what are the solid things that we have used in our preamble, that we are going to see in detail, guys. That is the from which, so the source of power is constitution we said. So which things, so which words, which statements will give the source of power and the nature, objective and the date of it adapt, that we are going to see in detail, guys. Okay, clear, guys? And after that we are going to see what are the current affairs related to our preamble topic. So the topic first I will take is source of people, guys. What is source of people? So source of power. Source of power. Guys, if you read the preamble, it can say that we the people of India. We the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign socialist democratic republic. Right? Who is the power here? We the people of India. People, guys. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has constituted the drafting committee chairman, guys. So he writes the we the people of India. So who gives such sanction to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to write we the people of India, guys? Right? So before the preamble, so before we became independence, we have many provisions or the acts of the British government. So the most important are the Government of India at 1935 and the India Independence at 1947, guys. So if we see the article number 395, in 395, that is the last article of the original constitution, it is clearly mentioned that the acts which are done by the British, that is the latest one, that is the Government of India at 1935 and the Independence at 1947 will be null and void after we adopt of the constitution, guys. So these provisions are there in the constitution. Then, so that's why we are not taking any provisions of the Government of India Act and Independence Act 1947 in the preamble. Guys, clear? We have taken many provisions of the Government of India in 1935, guys. That is separate. That we have discussed in the source of our constitution, right? But who gave the power? Who gave the sanction to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to write as we the people of India? As the constitution starts from the we the people of India. We the people of India. So that article 395 has made that it gave the authority, that is the preamble can be written as we the people of India, because we people have constituted our own constitution, guys. Okay, so we the people of India, so of we all. Okay, guys, clear? So that is the source of our constitution, we the people of India, source of the power, guys. Okay, source of the power. That clear, guys? The article 395 will say that the Government of India at 1935 and independence at 1947 will be no more long exist and it will be null and void. And we have our preamble and our constitution. Okay, now we are not under the British government, so those acts are not going to work with us. Clear, guys? Right? We the people of India, that is the source of the power. Is we get from the article 395. There, the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar finally he wrote the article 395 as like that, and he said null and void. It is about the source of the power, guys. Clear, guys? Okay. Now I will move to the next topic. That is, I said the nature. What is the nature of our preamble? If you see the nature of preamble, we have, guys, I will write here. I will write nature of our preamble. Nature. Okay, guys. So in the nature, I said, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, guys. What is it? Sovereign. Okay. And sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Democratic and republic. Guys, I think you people are clearly seeing this type of font or this type of version. I wrote these two in a different color and these three in a different color. Why? Because there is something important, guys. This sovereign, democratic and republic. In the constitution we have that, guys, we the people of India having solemnly resolved our constitution into the sovereign democratic republic. These two are not there in the original constitution, guys. So in the original constitution, these two provisions are not there. Okay, guys. But how these provisions have entered into the preamble? So these provisions have entered into the preamble through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, we have adopted, means we have taken these two provisions into our preamble, guys. So we are going to see why we have taken these two provisions into our constitution, why our forefathers or the drafting committee members have not taken these two provisions, means these two natures into our constitution, guys. Okay, guys, I want to clear one more thing. So along with these two, the socialist and secular, one more term has been added, guys, through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment. That is integrity. Okay, so these three provisions, that is the socialist, secular, and the integrity, these three provisions has been added into our preamble through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Clear, guys? Okay, now we are going to see what is sovereign. Okay, guys, what is sovereign? Sovereign, if you see this sovereign, what do you mean by sovereign, guys? Okay, sovereign means we are free from everything. That is, we have finally, I am become independent. Sovereign, our body means the affairs of the state, that is whether internally or externally, will be solved by ourselves. Okay, we are going to take care of our affairs. We are going to take care of our matters. That is whether it may be internal or external, guys. That is the sovereign. I am the sovereign. I become sovereign, guys. By when you people become elder, and after you people get married, you people become sovereign, guys. Okay, and so before you people get married and you are under parents, you can't become sovereign. Okay, now after marriage you can become sovereign, and you can have to take part into decisions, whether it may be internal or the external matters. That is the same as the word here represents, sovereign. Okay, sovereign means the affairs of the state. State here implies the nation, guys, the country, not the state of the AP, Telangana, and all those things. So sovereign means we have the matter, means the matters of our state will be taken care by ourselves. No need to take care of our matters. That is why, because the previous they used to have, we are gone under the British two, guys. Okay, so for that, to remove that provision, means to remove that criteria, to remove that part from our people of the Indians, we took the word sovereign. Okay, sovereign, guys. Here, and guys, if you see current affairs, the issue with the Jammu and Kashmir case. Sorry, not Jammu and Kashmir, the Pakistan. So Jammu and Kashmir and the Pakistan issue, in few days back, we came in the news that the United States of America president, that is the Trump will be take part in our issues, guys. Okay, means the issue with the Pakistan and India, but India government said that it is the internal part. It is the internal part of the state. So we are going to solve this with our internal partners, means with our partners. No need to have any external sources to resolve our conflicts, guys. That is the source. Okay, that is the sovereign. Okay, we have the sovereign rights. We can solve ourselves. That is the internal matter of both the countries. So please don't interfere, like that we have mentioned to our USA, United States of America. Clear? So that is about the sovereign. So this we have taken at the beginning itself. This is the nature of our constitution. Guys, I will discuss the two later, guys. Okay, and I will take my discussion with the democratic. What do you mean by democratic? What do you mean by democratic? Democratic is nothing but people, guys. Means ours is the democratic country. So how we are saying ours is a democratic country? Why? Because we are electing the people, guys. We are electing the people, that is MLAs and MPs. They are representing us in the parliament or the state assemblies. Means democratic. we are following the democratic process. Means the source of the power is coming from the people, guys. That is the democratic. Okay, guys, clear? So that is about the democratic part. And we can say that, for example, guys, the autonomy is from the source of the autonomy, that is this people, guys. Source of the power is people. For example, different, guys, for democracy there is no particular definition, guys. Like as Abraham Lincoln clearly explained that government of the people, by the people, for the people. Government is nothing but by the people, means they are by the people, means by the people means the government is elected by the people, of the people. It is the people's government and for the people. So they are governing for us purposes, for our needs. That is, the democratic is nothing but by the people, of the people, for the people, guys. As Abraham Lincoln clearly explained. Good definition, guys. If you study the constitution by understanding, it will give the test, guys. Okay. And democratic, what do you mean by democratic? Democratic has different distinctions, guys. As people say, democratic means if a country conducts free, fair, and regular elections. What I'm saying, free, fair, and regulations. Free, fair, and regular. So, if a country conducts free, fair, and regular elections, does it mean it is democratic? No, guys. No, it doesn't mean it's not democratic. I will take the example of China. So China will do this three part. They will conduct free election, fair election, and the regular election. But it is not democratic. Though they people think that they are democratic. Why? Because the China is having only one party, Communist Party, Communist Party of China. So if they are conducting free, fair, and regular election and having only single party, does it mean that it is democratic? No. Okay, guys, clear. So different people having different type of conception. Like for example, in few countries we are having the armed forces. So they will make the people to vote for those candidates only. Means they are also conducting free, fair, and regular. Does it mean that they are democratic? How we can say it is democratic? Means the people of the armed forces are making the people to vote for their convenient person. Okay, but they're conducting free, fair, and regular elections. Does it mean it is democratic? No, guys. So different peoples have different perceptions about the part of the democratic, guys. But if you see, ours is an democratic parliamentary democracy. Why? Because so whereas if you see the constitution of the Britain, so Britain we are having the constitutional monarchy, guys. So as we elect, they are not having the elected person, guys. Okay, so that is the democratic, about that democratic part, guys. Clear? I think I have clearly mentioned what is democratic. Democratic means people. Source of the power is people, is democratic, guys. Okay, and after that I will move my discussion to the republic. What do you mean by republic, guys? Republic. What do you mean by republic? Republic is nothing but the head of the state is elected representative. If the head of the state is elected representative, we can say that it is republic country. Okay, guys. Guys, what do you mean by elected and selected, guys? Much small difference, guys. Elected means few people come together and they will take. So we need that person to rule us. That we are going to elect him. And what do you mean by selection? Selection means without any voting, just X person you are selected, Y person you are selected. Okay, guys, this is the selection. Selection means simply any written examination or any we can do that with the recruitment will happen, guys. Those processes will be called as selection. I selected for so and so job, but not elected. Elected is some people have voted to have that person as the leader. Is called as election. Okay, so republic we can say that we have the elected head is the head is the elected person, guys. That is the republic, guys. So republic is not monarchy. Republic is not monarchy, and it is not the means like we have the hierarchy of the dynasty. It is not the dynasty rule. It is the elected, guys, and the office is open to the everyone. Okay, guys, the office of the republic is open to everyone. Like we have the president is the republic head of the state. Okay, guys, this is about the republic, guys. So whereas the United Kingdom we have the monarchy, guys. That is the dynasty rule. Clear about the republic? And I will take my discussion to the socialist and the secular, guys. Okay, and these three provisions have been added to the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act 1976. 1976. Okay, guys. So, socialist and secular. What do you mean the socialist? Guys, socialists having different conceptions. Different conceptions. That's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar have not mentioned those nature of the preamble in our constitution, guys. In the preamble itself. Why? Because the socialist, if you take the socialist of the Marxism, okay, guys, the communist socialism. So communist socialism is different from the socialism of the India, guys. We have the Gandhian socialism. Gandhian socialism is equality, guys. Gandhian socialism means equality, equal status, equal. We have equal status and opportunity and promote them among all. That is objective equality. That is the Gandhian socialist, guys. Okay, guys. Whereas the communist socialist, if we see, they will be by communist parties and the like Karl Marx principles, guys. Karl Marx principles, guys. So if you took that provision into constitution, we will confuse with the Gandhian and the communist one. That's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has not taken the socialist part in our preamble, guys. Okay. So if you see in our country right now, we are having 80% of the Gandhian socialist, guys. Means what does Gandhian socialist means? Means every people having the equality and equal rights on the status of and opportunity, guys. Okay. So whereas if you see the Karl Marx socialist also exists in India, like PSU, guys. Public sector undertakings, the wholly that is entirely by the state. Okay, so it is entirely by the state government. So entirely state governs the some PSU. It is called Karl Marx socialism, guys. Okay, so if this happens in India, that is equally, if the resources are equally distributed in India, if it happens like that, and then everyone will become the Anil Ambani, guys. Okay. So, but these provisions are not there in the constitution of our India, guys. So, we have the Gandhian socialist policies. Okay, clear? So, Gandhian socialist policies means everyone will be having their own status and the opportunities. Okay, and whereas the Communist Party of Socialism will be having the equal sharing of the resources that are present. Guys, clear? So, and after that, we are having the secular, guys. Secular. What do you mean by secular? Secular are also two provisions, guys. Secular, if you see the Western definition of the secular means, so government will not interface in the religious matters of the state. Government will not interface in the religious matter of the state. It is called as the secular of the Western definition, guys. Whereas if you see the Indian definition, the government will interface in the matters of in the religious matter of the state. For example, guys, means in the USA, the state does not enter in the religious matter, guys. They have independent. They have the wall between the state and the religious matters. Okay. Whereas in our state, it is not the same in case. If you see the provisions of the liberty. So that is the objective: liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Okay, means in preamble we have taken the provisions of the secular there itself. That's why they have not specially taken the word secular in our preamble, guys. In our preamble. Okay, we have the liberty. It's a liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. These are the provisions of the means our government is going to take part in the religious matters of the state. Example, triple talaq bill. Means triple talaq is not the case like that. It is to protect the women of the Muslim. And if we take the case of Sabarimala, we know that some the expired years persons are not allowed to allow into the temple, guys, because of the religious matters, all those things. So we have the few provisions regarding the religious matter. But state, that is Supreme Court, have entered into the case and they have given judgment, guys. Means our secular means we will enter into the state religious matter and we will discuss. It's the secular of the India, guys. Here, and we have articles 25 to 28, which deals with the religious, right to freedom of religion, right to freedom of religion, guys. That is article 25 to 28. Guys, the socialist and secular are the two words which are added to the preamble to the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act 1976. Along with these two words, they have added the integrity of the preamble. Right? Clear? So this is about the nature of the preamble. I will take my discussion to the objective of the preamble. If we see what are the objectives of the preamble are, the first one we are having justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So what do you mean by justice? So justice, guys, the justice is the one which we have taken this project from the Russian Revolution, guys. Russian Revolution, guys. So Ambedkar has inspired, means Ambedkar felt that okay, we can take this provision from the justice from the Russian Revolution, and this will also help our Indian people. And he took this provision. And but why he took the justice at the topmost priority? He feels that so then this provision, he feels justice is very, very important, and it is need to be given utmost importance. Justice, which type of justice? Socio-economic and political. Socio-economic and political. So justice is whether it may be social justice, whether it may be economic justice, or it may be political justice, guys. Guys, clear? So you will get the social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Okay, clear? And the political justice, if you take the example, you can vote. If you become the adult, that is the 18 years, nothing is required. You can vote. That is the justice in the and the political and the social and economic. So if you didn't get any ration or any something, if you are eligible, then the justice will come. That is the economic justice and the social justice. So if you have any relation with the matters of your family, we have many laws, and they are going to deal with that, and they will give justice. So justice is the utmost importance that we are giving it in our preamble, guys, in the objective. Okay, so justice, guys, clear? Socio-economic and cultural. This is the Gandhian principles of justice, guys. And after that, this liberty, equality, and fraternity, we have taken this from the French. Okay, from the French Revolution, we have taken this liberty, equality, and fraternity, guys. So liberty, equality, and fraternity. What is liberty, equality, fraternity? So what is meant by liberty? Liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith, and worship. So what do you mean by liberty? Free from the restrictions. You need to know what is freedom and what is liberty, guys. What is freedom and what is liberty? What do you mean by freedom? Freedom is nothing but someone has give pressure on you. Someone is dominating on you. And but if you have felt that, means if you are getting freedom from that, then it is you become the independent. That is, you become the freedom. But like British people have ruled us, finally we got our independence, we got the freedom on 15th August 1947. That is the freedom. It means someone has pressure. Whereas the liberty means liberty, so you are free from the restrictions. You are free bird. Like after you marry, you will be free bird. But before you marry, you will be under your parents. Guys, clear? You have the liberty to take your decisions. But thus liberty also under the purview of the act. So you should act accordingly. So whatever the acts that have in our part India. So you can't go behind your act, permit of your acts. Okay, your liberty is restricted to your acts only. That is the liberty, guys. Okay, clear? And after that we have the equality. As I said, equality of status and opportunity and promote among them all. Equality, guys. Everyone is equal before law. And these provisions have taken from the Gandhian principle. So Gandhians are very much inspired, guys, to have equality. Means equal status among all the people, guys. Okay, clear? And every person is equal. And so every person should be given equality of everything. Equality of status and opportunity, and promote them among all, guys. This is the equality. And after that we have the fraternity. What do you mean by fraternity, guys? So fraternity is the nothing but sense of brotherhood. Sense of brotherhood. Bhai bhai. Okay. So for this we have the provisions in the article article 51A, guys. That is the fundamental duties. We have fraternity. We to be brotherhood. So people in the country should be brotherhood to each other and to promote among the all. Okay. So these provisions we are having in the fundamental duties, and we have single citizenship. single citizenship means we all people are one. We all people are single. We will live together. Okay, these provisions we have enshrined in our constitution, guys. That is through fraternity. Fraternity means brotherhood, equality. Everyone is equal before laws, and the liberty, guys. Okay, and the justice. Guys, these are the objectives of our preamble. Justice, socio-economic, political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, and faith, equality of status and opportunity, and promote among them all fraternity. Fraternity means ensuring the individual and the dignity, ensuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Integrity again added. Integrity again added through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment, ensuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation, guys. Okay, that is about the objectives, guys. Okay? With this, I have done with the static part, and one current affair I discussed, that is through the 42nd Amendment that they have added the few provisions. What does it mean that the preamble can be amended? Yes, it can be amended. Why? Because we have shown the amendment process. Very clear. But does it comes into basic structure? No. Why? Because the basic structure can't be amended. Means we amended this preamble means this not come under the basic structure. Okay, guys. So basic structure part cannot be amended. Why? Because we have the provisions. So one current affair I have discussed, and I am going to see the second current affair. The issue is whether the preamble is the part of the constitution or not. Whether the preamble is the part of the constitution or not. So in the Beriberi case, Beriberi case, right? In the Beriberi case, that is in the year 1960, the Supreme Court has said preamble is not the part of the constitution, guys. Whereas in the Keshavananda Bharati case, 1973, the Supreme Court has said the preamble is the part of the constitution. In this part, it is not said it is not the part of the constitution, but it is part of the constitution, guys. Guys, I am going to take what is Beriberi case, what is Keshavananda Bharati case in the next class. And the previous class we came with one more case, that is the Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. These three cases I will take in the next section itself. Okay. So in the Beriberi case in the 1960, so Beriberi is the place of the disputed area between present Bangladesh and India, guys. Okay. In that case, that is in the 1960, it is said that preamble is not the part of the constitution, but in the case of the Bharati case, it is the part of the constitution. That's why the polity is the dynamic part. We should know what the judgment has given by the courts and the parliaments and all those things. We need to update. So before 1973, we used to think that it is not the part of the constitution. But on the day of the judgment, that is 13 members judgment, it is the largest one. Okay? On the day of the 13th member judgment, it can say that it is a part of the constitution, guys. So we need to adapt this type of current affairs. Clear? Okay. And after that, so third one is, it is not justiciable. It is not justiciable. What do you mean by justiciable? So if the violation of any provisions in this, directly we can't go to the Supreme Court or the High Court. Why? Because we have the articles number 12 to 35. If any violation has happened, directly we can go to the Supreme Court. Why? Because we have that provisions. Those fundamental rights of justiciable in nature. Justiciable means if any violation has happened, directly we can go to the Supreme Court. Okay, clear? So you have some exposite provision in the Article 12 to 35. Okay, and the Article 12 to 35, you have the right to speech. Right to speech. But the speech is for some restrictions are there. If anyone is stopping you not to speak, then you can directly move to the Supreme Court. Why? Because you have the right to speech. If someone is making you not to do, then you can go to the Supreme Court. But you can't go to the Supreme Court if there is a violation in the preamble. Okay? So these are not the justiciable. Very clear? So it is the part of the constitution, it can be amended, and it is not the justiciable. Okay, guys? So, guys, preamble is the reflection, guys. If you see the summary, it is the reflection of the constitution. It can be amended, and it is amended only once, that is through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. it has added the provisions provisions of the socialist secular, guys. So with this I am closing my session. Thank you one and all.